Hello, and welcome to Modern Skills in English. Today, we're talking about something small that causes big anxiety: team chat. Tools like Slack or Teams are the new office, but nobody gives you the instruction manual.
I just started an internship last week. They added me to the company Slack, and I've been staring at it for 3 days. I haven't written a single word. I'm just frozen.
Frozen how?
I have a question for my manager, a simple one, but I keep writing the message and deleting it. What if it sounds unprofessional? What if I interrupt her? What if I ask in the wrong channel and the whole team thinks I don't know what I'm doing? It honestly feels safer to just stay quiet and try to figure it out myself. But what if that's the wrong thing to do?
That tension is completely normal. Most people feel it. We think the goal is to sound perfectly professional from our very first message. But what if the real goal isn't to sound professional, but something much simpler and much more powerful?
I don't know. What could be more important than being professional? It's my first impression.
Most students believe their first impression is about showing how smart or capable they are, so they try to sound formal, they worry about grammar, they worry about asking stupid questions.
Yes, exactly. That's me.
But this focus on sounding professional is a trap. It makes us anxious and slow. The real problem in team chat is never a lack of professionalism. The real problem is a lack of clarity. Your goal isn't to impress people. Your goal is to make things easy for them.
Make things easy for them? What does that mean?
It means shifting your focus from "how do I look" to "how can I make this interaction require the least amount of brain power from the other person?"
Okay, I'm not sure I understand. My main worry is just how to start the conversation. Is it rude to just ask my question directly? Or should I say hello first and wait for them to reply?
That is the perfect place to start. Let's call it our first turning point, the empty hello.
The empty hello?
Many people think it's polite to send a message that just says, "Hi," or "Hello, Sarah." They do it because that's how conversations work in real life. You say hello, you wait for the other person to respond, and then you start talking.
Right, it feels more natural. It feels rude to just jump straight into my request.
It feels natural, but in a digital workplace, it has the opposite effect. Think about your manager. She's focused on a difficult task. She gets a notification. She opens the chat. It just says, "Hi, Mark."
Okay.
Now she has to stop her work, type "Hi, what's up?" and wait for you to type your actual question. You haven't made it easy for her. You've actually interrupted her twice, once with the "hi" and a second time with the real question. You've created a mystery she has to wait to solve.
I have never thought about it like that. I thought I was being polite, but I was actually creating more work.
Exactly. A better way is to send the whole thought at once, your greeting and your question together in one message. For example, "Hi Sarah, quick question. Where can I find the final client logos for the Q3 presentation?"
So, one interruption, one clear thought. She can answer it when she has a free moment.
Precisely. The message is concise. It respects her time and her focus. The most professional thing you can do is be clear and easy to understand.
Okay, that makes sense. Be concise, no more empty hellos. But that brings me to my next fear. My question is about those logos. Should I send that message to my manager directly, or should I ask it in the main team channel where everyone can see it?
What does your instinct tell you to do?
My instinct is to send her a private message, definitely. Why would I want to announce to the whole team that I don't know where the logos are? It makes me look like I wasn't paying attention when they explained it. It feels safer to ask privately.
And that's the second common belief. Students think I should ask my questions privately to avoid looking incompetent. It's a very logical fear.
But you're going to tell me it's wrong.
It's not wrong, but it can create problems you don't see. When you ask your manager a question privately, you create an invisible workload for her. Next week, another new intern might have the exact same question. Now the manager has to answer it again.
I see. So if I ask in the public channel...
If you ask in the public #design team channel, two things happen. First, maybe another team member, not the busy manager, knows the answer and can help you. Second, and more importantly, the answer is now visible to everyone forever. The next person with that question can just search the channel. You've not only solved your own problem, you've solved a future problem for the whole team.
So asking a stupid question in public is actually helpful?
It can be. The new way to think is public by default, private for a reason. Is the topic about your salary or a personal issue? Message privately. Is it about a shared project, a file, or a team question? Ask it publicly. It makes work more transparent. There's no secret knowledge. Any message that is ambiguous about who should see it is usually best for a public channel.
Public by default. Okay, that feels brave, but I understand the logic. But what about when my boss messages me? This happened yesterday. She sent me a question and I saw the notification pop up on my screen. I could see she was online, her little green dot was active. I felt this huge pressure to reply instantly.
The pressure of the green dot. Tell me more about that feeling.
It feels like they're watching. If I don't reply in 30 seconds, will she think I'm not working or that I'm ignoring her? So I stop everything I'm doing, even if I'm in the middle of deep, focused work, and I write a reply as fast as I can.
So many people do this. The belief is that a fast response equals a good employee. But this habit is one of the biggest destroyers of productivity in modern work. You end up spending your whole day reacting to messages instead of doing the thoughtful work you were hired to do.
But what's the alternative? Just ignoring my manager?
The alternative is to separate the act of seeing from the act of answering. You don't have to provide the full answer immediately, but you should show that you have seen the message. You should acknowledge it.
How?
This is where emojis are incredibly useful in a professional context. You can react to the message with an emoji. A simple eyes emoji, EEE, says, "I've seen this." A thumbs up, TH up, can mean, "Yes, I agree," or "I will do this." You acknowledge the message instantly, which removes the sender's anxiety. They know you've got it, but it doesn't break your own focus. You can finish your current task and then write a proper response 30 minutes later.
So I could react with the EEE emoji and then later write, "Got it. I'll check the data and send you the summary this afternoon."
Exactly. You are managing expectations. You've shown you're responsive, but you've also protected your own time to do good work. It's a very proactive way to communicate. You are not just reacting to the message, you are managing the communication flow.
This all makes sense in theory. Be concise, ask questions in public, acknowledge messages. But if this is all true, why does it still feel so complicated? I'm worried about the culture. In my last internship, nobody used emojis. Here, people use them all the time. If I use the wrong one, or if I'm too formal when everyone else is casual, I'll still look like I don't belong. How do you learn the rules that nobody writes down?
You're talking about the implicit rules of the team, the things that are understood without being said. And you're right, this is a real challenge.
So how do I figure it out? Do I just have to ask someone, "Hey, what's the emoji policy here?" That feels like such a weird question.
You don't need to ask, you need to observe. For the first week, your main job is to be a detective. Read the public channels. How do people greet each other? How do senior leaders write their messages? Do they use exclamation points? Do they share GIFs? You just quietly gather the data.
So listen before I speak.
Exactly. The mistake is feeling you have to participate immediately. You don't. You can just read and learn the team's baseline. When in doubt, mirror the level of formality of your manager. If she writes in full sentences with perfect punctuation, you should do the same in your messages to her. If she uses smiley faces, it's probably safe for you to use them too.
Okay, so all these ideas, being concise, using public channels, acknowledging messages, it's all connected.
How do you see them connecting?
They're all part of one single mindset, the one you mentioned at the start. Make it easy for the other person. A concise message is easy to understand. A public question is easy for the whole team to see and learn from. When I acknowledge a message, it makes it easy for the sender because they can stop worrying about it. It removes that ambiguous feeling of, "Did he see my message?"
And what about those implicit rules?
Observing the implicit culture first makes it easy for me to fit in without causing any awkwardness. So I'm not just being proactive for them, I'm being proactive for myself to make my own integration smoother.
You've just described the entire system. It's not a list of rules to memorize, it's a mindset to adopt. It shifts the focus from, "Am I going to make a mistake?" to, "How can I be a helpful teammate?" When you focus on being helpful, the anxiety about being unprofessional starts to fade away.
So my goal isn't to be the perfect formal intern. My goal is to be the person whose messages are always clear, predictable, and easy to deal with. The person who respects other people's time and focus.
And what does that person sound like?
They sound trustworthy, competent even, because they make communication feel effortless for everyone else. I've been staring at this blinking cursor in my chat window for what feels like an hour, but now I think I know what to write, and it feels simple, not scary.
That's the feeling. It's not a performance, it's just a conversation. Hello, everyone listening. We hope this conversation was helpful.
If there's another work skill that feels confusing or stressful, let us know what you want to hear about in the comments.